The doctor is in. Today, we're going to clean up this horribly ugly and dirty transmission. Gonna take out the OEM clutch and flywheel and replace it with a Clutch Masters FX400. I'm gonna take you along with the process. One thing that's very important to me is that this thing is looking fresh. So I got a couple of different things that I'm gonna be using to clean up the transmission today. Some Simple Green, some brake cleaner, and just a good old-fashioned brush. First thing I'm gonna do is just spray the Simple Green all over this and let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes.
A few minutes later.
Just a little good old-fashioned elbow grease. So I'm not really looking for perfection here, but honestly, I want it to be a whole lot cleaner for a couple of reasons. One, because I actually just hate having really dirty, greasy stuff. But two, it's also better to have it clean so that if I do ever have a leak again, I can really figure out where it is a lot faster. Right now, there's so much oil everywhere that it's literally making it impossible for me to really figure out where it is. So once I clean everything, then if it does leak, I'll be able to see where the leak is coming from. It'll make my life a whole lot easier in the future. So this is where I'm currently at on one side. So as you can see, it's quite a bit cleaner. And then let me go ahead and flip it over and show you what the other side looks like. So even this already has degreaser on it, but you can see it's so much cleaner on this side. So let's keep going. Let's go. Here we go now. All right, I realized that probably the best way to do this is actually bring the thing outside, hose it off. This is the current status. It's definitely a lot cleaner, but there's a lot of residual stuff. So I'm gonna grab the hose and see if I can get the brush in there as well, remove all the rest of this junk on here. This thing's actually gonna turn out pretty nice. This is the current status now. Now it's not 100% perfect, but it is a night and day difference from before. So I'm gonna bring this thing back inside and then we're gonna go ahead and remove the OEM clutch and flywheel. All right, so the throttle hunt quarters office got massively upgraded today. So I wanna make a huge shout out to Kirby and Jody from 7 Brew Coffee. Just installed a freaking awesome kegerator setup. So now we have cold brew coffee on tap whenever we want it. If you guys are interested in some cold brew coffee, check the link below. Woo! Stuff is so good. All right, just getting underneath the car for the first time today. Whoa. Look at all that. We're gonna need something with a little more power. There we go. Oh. All right. Sorry for the poor lighting, but the clutch is finally off and you can see the flywheel there with looks like 18mm bolts. So we'll go ahead and remove those and then I'll walk you over to the table and we can compare the new clutch versus the old one. Flywheel bolts are almost completely out. I have one back in there that's a little bit loose so that I can smack the flywheel with a hammer. It's just been seized on there for so many years. Let's go ahead and get this thing off and then I can show you the difference between the old clutch and the new one. Success. Here we go. So I just laid out the OEM components here on the bottom. We have the OEM flywheel, the OEM pressure plate, and the OEM clutch disc. Now this thing is really worn. There's actually not very much life left on this thing at all, so I'm glad I'm actually replacing this right now. On this side, this is the Clutch Masters, the new steel flywheel, the Clutch Masters pressure plate. This is the FX 400 clutch with a 6-puck sprung clutch disc. This thing is beefy. You can see the thickness of the friction surface here as well, so really nice. I'm excited to get this thing on. So upon further inspection, it does look like the rear main seal is toast in this car. I can actually see the oil and like a ton of sludge right around the rear main seal. So I need to go ahead and pick up a new OEM rear main seal kit from our distributor, and unfortunately I cannot get that today. So I'm gonna go ahead and place that order. And so I think this is where we're gonna wrap up today's vlog. If you like what you saw in this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you guys in the next one.